If you are heartbroken right now, you are not alone. So many in this world are heartbroken right now. The time of this video is a week after the brutal murder of George Floyd. So many people are hurting and heartbroken, especially my brothers and sisters in the black community. I believe that God wanted me to create this video to tell you that you are not alone and that God is close to the brokenhearted, no matter what your heart may be going through. Hi, I'm Pastor Andrew, the lead pastor of Assembly Church in Northeast Atlanta. The word says in Psalms 34:18 that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. I don't know about you, but if I look back on my life, I can find and pinpoint specific moments where I felt God's presence the most powerfully, were actually times of pain, times when I was dealing with things that were beyond my control, and I didn't know where to turn, and I found myself just crying out, why? Why, God, why? And in the moments like that, I felt God's presence come and give me peace, give me comfort. But how does he do that? Well, one of the pastors that I really love is Rick Warren. And Rick Warren says it like this. I really, really love it. It says, God gives us a heart transplant. It's his specialty, in fact. God says, for the heart that's guilty, I'll give you a heart that's forgiven. For the heart that's resentful, I'll give you a heart that's full of peace. For the heart that's anxious, I'll give you a heart that's confident. For the heart that's lonely, I'll give you a heart full of love. The heart that has been bitter and angry, I'll give you a heart that is forgiving and loving and generous instead. Let me do a heart transplant in you, and I will set you free. You see, it is when we are weakest that God gives us the strength to begin anew. I love that about God. God reacts this way because he is a loving Father. He sees the pain that we are going through. And just like when I see my 6-year-old or my 4-year-old experience pain, immediately want to end the pain for them and nurse the wound and take care of them, God is the same way with us. When he sees pain stricken across our faces, when he sees anxiety plaguing our bodies, when he sees disease riddling our lives, his fatherly instinct kicks in and he says, I want to help with that. I want to help with that. I want to help with that. And all we have to do is simply say, Jesus, Lord, God, I give this to you. And God is our loving Father is right there willing to take it. A passage that I love is actually from Matthew 11:28. And I'm going to read it to you out of the Message Bible because the Message Bible in its poeticness really captures it on the nail. And it says, Jesus is speaking, he says, are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. When we're experiencing pain, when we're beyond our means, if we simply cry out and say, God, Abba, Father, come save me. Just as Peter did when he began to sink into the water, he cried out, Lord, save me. When that guttural cry erupts from our voice, our Father responds because that's who he is. Because he cares about you. Because he loves you. And because he wants nothing more than to keep you safe and to keep you filled with his spirit of joy. So my prayer is wherever you are right now, whatever pain you're feeling right now, that you would take moments of your day to just cry out, Lord, save me. God, help me. God, guide me. God, lead me. God, heal me. He's a loving Father and he's listening right now. Another verse that I love to come back to is in Isaiah. Isaiah 41:10 says, Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous hand. When we step out in faith and reveal our heartache to God, He reveals to us his sovereignty. He reminds us that the spiritual, emotional, and physical are under his control. Be still and know that I am God. No, be still and know that I am your God. And no greater demonstration of this protection and this provision than the life of Jesus shed for us. See, God took upon himself the ultimate sacrifice, losing his own son because he cared so much about us. If ever there was proof that God was a loving Father, it was in that single act. So now it is through relationship with Jesus Christ that we receive strength, comfort, and hope. It is when we are weakest that God gives us strength. It is when we are brokenhearted that God gives us a heart transplant. And it is when we are at our lowest that God restores our hope. Pray that this video would serve as a reminder that God loves you, that he's thinking about you all the time, and that he is waiting and ready for you anytime you need him. If you like this video, please ask yourself, is there someone else who needs to hear this? People need to know now more than ever that they're not alone and that God loves them. Also, hit subscribe and make sure you ring the notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop a new video. For more influential encouragement and inspiration, I'll see you next time. Bye.